Welcome. I hope that you are feeling amazing. I feel really calm, maybe because I'm actually really sleepy, but I can't sleep, and I'm like, I'm not gonna keep fighting it. It is what it is. And sometimes I think when we feel like we can't sleep or we feel restful, but it's like I'm restless at the same time, I feel like get up and do something. And I have been aiming to be consistent with my YouTube channel. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a video. And it's so funny because this topic basically came to me, and a lot of my topics do. Like that's one of the reasons why it was hard for me to stay consistent, because I was waiting to feel an intuitive, like, do the video, right? And sometimes we can't wait for those moments, but I'm happy when I do, because I feel like the videos hit the way I need them to hit. So I just finished the whole mini, it was like only a 2-parter of, the struggle bus. I might do a part 3, I don't know yet, but I'm kind of like, all right, let's move on. That's one thing about me. I get it in, I get it out. It's really simple. I feel really intentional today. So in this energy of intentionality, I'm like, let's do a video. So let's talk about doing hard things and realizing you can do hard things. Let's dive in. So welcome to my channel. I hope that you're feeling good. I hope that your day has been adventurous. I hope that it was filled with experiences and lessons and opportunities and good people, good vibes, and challenges. Yep, I hope that your day was filled of challenges that awaken the awareness in you to know that you can do hard things. Okay, let's set the tone for the video. To all my subscribers, I appreciate you. If you're new here, welcome. This is a beautiful, safe space. I am Shay, your girl with her sips. I got it today. Don't play with me. If you enjoy anything of this video, if you feel like it resonated with you, do like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff, okay? Just to keep your girl in the loop, okay? Of what is the word? I can't even get the word, but you know what to do. You got it. Algorithm. There we go. I had a friend. Let me not call her a friend. I had an experience, and she was in my life, this experience. And I'm saying experience because she literally was an experience in my life. She really started me on certain things. She had said to me, she was like, you know what? You can do hard things. She was like, you can do hard things until they're no longer hard things. They're just things you've done. And I don't know if I have shared this with you on other videos, but that is like a word. Because when you think about it, when we're little, we don't know how to tie our shoes. But when we're adults and we see a little child trying to tie their shoes, we're like, that's so innocent, like it's so easy, right? And then we have adult things that are hard. You apply for a job and you get the job, and then the work is hard. And then somebody who's been there for years is like, that's easy. And what I've learned in that whole, I can do hard things until they're no longer hard things, they're just things I've done, is the more you do things, the more you're consistent, the more you stretch and work that muscle, the better you become. We are living in a society where everything is so quick, so easy. We're living in a cancel culture. We're living in a very numbing culture where everybody is literally on some, I ain't got time for that, I'm not doing it, not today, devil, it's a no. And I think that we're overutilizing our no to the point where we are weakening our heart lesson abilities, right? We're weakening our heart's ability to push through discomfort and uncomfortable situations. I had shared this with my mom, and we have a podcast. I'm going to link that here. And we're going to talk about that, but I kind of wanted to give a sneak peek here because it's still on me. And I think when things are on you, it's important to kind of talk about it in that moment because the authenticity is right there. When we keep saying not today, Satan, or I'm gonna just say no. If you irritate me, I'm done. My energy over everything. It's my peace. Even though there's a time for that, the reason why I say we're overutilizing it is because a lot of people are weaker than they know. A lot of people are terrified to even try. A lot of people they get nervous when there is the slightest disagreement because they're like, this is about to be an argument. I'm not even gonna go into it. And one thing that I've learned as I've grown, and I am growing, and I am becoming the woman that I appreciate, is you have to stretch that muscle of I can face hard and challenging things head on without getting afraid, without overextending myself in the sense of always apologizing because I did something wrong. It's like I gotta fix it, so let me overextend myself, right? When I was young, I was a very headstrong child, and I'm still headstrong. But over the years of people pleasing and kind of having parts of me carved down because it was too much for people, I had to realize that I got weakened in areas that I needed now as an adult. That's why I tell parents, if you have a strong-willed child, boy or girl, mainly girls, please do not kill that, because they're gonna need to go in their pocket when they are adults and bring up those memories when they were a child and they were badass, right? Because as an adult, we get scared, things are hard for us. And sometimes you need to go into your box or your tools of, I remember when I did these things. And you got to pull that out and kind of replay that in your mind so that okay, I can get through this thing because I got through that thing. I like to look at it like this. Have an inventory of more things that compliment you, compliment the character you want the world to see you as, compliment the person you know that you're capable of being. Have more of those experiences where you overcame, where you pushed through, where you persevered, where the miracles were miracling, right? I know that's not a word, but it sounds good. Have that in your toolbox, so when life starts lifing, you can open up that toolbox and it's like, okay, I was there before. I could get out of this, or I experienced something similar and I pushed through, right? Because we're so sensitive, because it really is like a high sensitivity, but it's a sensitivity due to lack of preparing and due to wanting everybody to be so comfortable, right? Sometimes when you want everybody to be comfortable, everybody's extremely uncomfortable. And I'm one of those people, I don't mind having tough conversations because I'm not afraid of confrontation. But what I did realize is I don't like to be embarrassed. I don't like to not know what I'm talking about. I don't like when I'm being shown out, and I don't like to make mistakes because I didn't measure twice, right? I was measuring, I hit, and I told you the measurements, when then it was like, no, I messed up. I hit too many times. I should have measured, right? There's that saying, measure twice, hit once. And what I would do is I would keep hitting, and then I would be like, that don't look right. Let me measure. And then I would get a measure, and then I would hit, and it's like, no, that's not right. But I would present to the world all the times that I was hitting, not measuring. And that's when I realized people don't really know me. Like I'm not giving off the version of myself that I want people to see me as. I'm giving off the version that's inconsistent, that's afraid, that doesn't really know how to handle life challenges. And to be honest, I really feel like a lot of people don't know how to handle real life challenges. Like, I don't think a lot of people know how to be accountable for their mistakes. Now, I don't really like the word mistakes because I feel like if you're consciously aware of something, it's not really a mistake. You just didn't like the outcome because it wasn't in your favor. Because if you had done the same thing and the outcome was in your favor, was it still a mistake? I don't know. I think a mistake is more something that's unconscious and you have no say in it, and it kind of overthrows you. And because it was something that was bigger than you, now this is a mistake. But if you're consciously aware you ain't drugged and you slept with that person and you got pregnant, you can't say it's a mistake because you knew you didn't use a condom. You understand what I'm saying. So I've learned that, in society, we're so quick to apologize and say, I'm sorry. But that doesn't strengthen us either. It doesn't strengthen our ability to be like, before I say I'm sorry, am I sorry? What did I do How do I feel, right? Like, those are the hard things when you have to analyze, am I saying sorry so this person can just shut up? I can't stand when people apologize and yet they follow up with, but I meant what I said. So what the hell? Or I can't stand when people apologize and then a week later they do the same thing that they apologize for. Because what it does is it shows like you was just putting a band-aid on something that you just wanted to hurry up and dismiss. You weren't really trying to find a solution, because the solution would be a little bit more uncomfortable. A solution would be, we have to have a conversation. A solution would be, you would have to articulate why you did what you did. What was going on between us that made you feel like that was okay. And that's a hard thing for people. So they'll slap on a temporary waterproof or a liquid, you know, basically a weak ass Band-Aid. It's like you look at it and it's off the boo-boo. It has no strong hold, right? And I've noticed as I'm getting older, I would say to spirit, I would say, I really want to live a life of abundance. I really want to challenge myself. I really want to do great things. I really want to be the woman that I see myself as. And what's happening is things are not coming easy. Things are coming more strategic, more planned. I'm noticing like each thing that happens to me is a test on, you could build this character or you could build that character. It is up to you. And at first I was really upset because I'm like, this is not fair. I didn't want this. I just wanted something easy, something exciting, something fun. And I'm not saying that life ain't giving me those things too, but it is building my character in the way where I do have to take accountability for my actions. I do have to answer to someone bigger than me. I do have to look myself in the mirror and say, am I okay with this? Is this really all right for me? I do have to, instead of just saying I'm sorry, I have to acknowledge, well, why did I do it? Am I sorry? You know, is there a possibility I'm gonna do it again? And did I care about the person when I did it? Like now it becomes uncomfortable, but it's uncomfortable because I am being molded into the woman that I see myself becoming. And a lot of us need to allow ourselves to get uncomfortable where it's like, I see this is an opportunity for me to show this is the person I want to be, instead of, oh no, not today, Satan. It's like, you know what, okay, because not everything is Satan. Not everything is a test on your peace. Sometimes it's a test to see, do you really deserve peace? Are you really in the frequency of wanting a peaceful life, right? Because just because you dismiss things don't make you peaceful. It can make you passive aggressive, actually. Just because you say not today, that don't mean that you're strong and you're armored up. It could just means you lack communication skills and you don't know how to interact with another human being, or you don't know how to communicate effectively to get your point across. So you're like, not today. Now, you have to have a spirit of discernment and know when to say something, when to address a hard situation with courage and discernment and effective communication to get the outcome that you want. You need to have discernment in that, but you also need to know when to stand in it and be like, okay, this is uncomfortable, but I feel like it's teaching me something. What did I miss? I don't really like it, but I feel like this is gonna make me better on the other side. And this is what I like to call heart decisions, where it's like your mind is like, all right, I'm logically thinking about this, I don't know. But the mind is like, the heart is like, I don't know about this. You know, the mind is like computing logical, like, okay, but this is why this, and the heart is like, but this feels so weird. And I think parents need to literally teach their children how to have uncomfortable conversations, right? A lot of adults are walking around with these dark, traumatic experiences because when they were a child, they got shut down. They were told to shut up. They didn't have a space to communicate the way they wanted to, which is why as adults, they're very passive aggressive. No, I'm cool, I'm fine. Then they bring it up to you like 3 months later and it's like, I thought you said you were fine. And because it was so hard, because nobody created a space for them to say what they wanted to say, as an adult, they're just walking yes signs. Yes, no, it's okay. Yeah, no, I'm fine. No. And it's important because people are mirrors, right? People will show you what you need to see, and you will have experiences with other human beings so that it can bring out or let me say it like this. You will have experiences with other human beings so you can make a decision on what kind of human being you want to be within that moment. Somebody's yelling at you, okay, how do you want to handle it? I know I live in New York. Yeah, hear that. You hear that, right? Okay, I'm making a decision to ignore it. Well, did I? Because I did acknowledge it. Anywho, we back here. Life is full of decisions. And what is important is to balance out tackling hard decisions with easy ones, because there's going to be a time in life where whether you want it to be or not, it's going to be a hard time. And that hard time doesn't have to be so hard where it's like I'm between a rock and a hard place. It could be hard as this is so uncomfortable, I don't know what to do. You can either run or you can try to find your footing in that situation to the point where you can level yourself out, even though it's rocky right now. Life is not always going to be like this, because nothing in life is really like this. Like your heartbeat, it keeps bum, 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 bum. There's a rhythm to everything, right? If the heart just said bum, like we would probably die. I think that's actually the sound. So be grateful for the patterns of life. When things are good, enjoy the good. When things are hard, tackle the hard and know that you're fully equipped for both. You're fully equipped to tackle the hard things and come out on top, or at least learn something about yourself that you didn't know. And you're also capable of enjoying the good times, because you know that there's a balancing here. Like ain't nobody always going to stay down unless they choose to, where it's just like, okay, y'all want some other things. And I'm not even talking about those people. I ain't talking about them people who got that genealogy of being cursed, because you know there's some people like that. No matter how many times you pray, try to get them baptized, they turn the water black, okay? Their whole genealogy is just cursed. Some people, I'm not gonna lie, there are some people in this world that just ain't blessed. And it don't matter how many times you pray, get your crystals, get some sage. It's a genealogy thing that has to play out. I'm a strong believer in that. So this ain't for you. I'm sorry, I'm not. Anywho, I'm talking about the people. I'm talking about the people who know, okay, life has balance. Life has balance. And I don't need to always just look like, when people make it seem like, oh, always look for the easy things, don't. Because that's not real. Look for the things that are fulfilling. And sometimes the things that are fulfilling require you to make a hard decision. But always know that you're fully capable and fully equipped. You are wired perfectly to come up and choose the right decision for you. Okay? Remember this, etch it somewhere in your heart. You can do hard things until they're no longer hard things. They are just things that you've done. Until next time, peace.